All right, hey everybody. All right, so we got a little project. This is gonna be a real quick video. I saw a couple videos from like Tinny from Mini Bull Designs, um, as well as some others where people were using the fiberglass wicking to use as alcohol priming, for during winter camping. So it's mid fall right now, and I'm getting ready for winter camping, winter backpacking. So I figured I just do a quick video on a modification I'm making to my Fancee Feest stove, alcohol stove. I have a simmer ring as well. Yeah, so between the two, what I wanted to do was adapt. This is about 2 feet of fiberglass wicking. Uh, this is 1/16 as far as the width. So what I did was, and this is some people they use the crazy glue. I'm using a. Chinny has a video out there, and I'll probably share a link down in the description. So on both ends of this guy here, I just tied quick loops on there. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to feed that one end through the loop. So I get a bigger loop here. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to start this off at the bottom here. I'll just tighten that up. Okay, and then do a couple loops around and make sure there's no overlap, which I already got an overlap. Okay, so the whole purpose of this is to have this wicking is that I can use it to prime the alcohol during the winter. Sometimes lighting, there's different ways of trying to warm up the alcohol to get it to light up. So this is just one method, and what actually I'm hoping it'll do too is provide some insulation on there. And all right, so let me put another loop on this end. So I got this feeding it through, and so this is by doing this. I'm just going to be using the tension of the line to itself to be able to keep the line in place without having to have to use crazy glue. Because if this fails, if it doesn't work out in the field, I lose the line, whatever the case is. I don't have crazy glue, sticking to the outside of the stove here. All right, so now I'm kind of wound tight there. So what I'm going to do is just loop this guy over. Now the trick is that this has to tension the opposite direction that this guy did, so that I'll be able to take both ends of the line and tighten it up, as time and use progresses. Now, I wouldn't have to do that with crazy glue, but I kind of don't want to use the crazy glue. All right, so we'll see how this tightens up. I'm already screwing up here and overlapping my lines. There we go. Let's tighten that up. And if I find that I put it in the wrong direction, looped it in the wrong direction, the only thing I got to do, which I do have to do, is turn it 180 degrees around, and that should solve the problem there. Go. We got our line straightened out. We're flat around, and let's just cinch that tight. There we go. Okay, so again, the only thing I'm doing there is I'm, keeping the line as tight together so we have as much friction as possible. but also so that, you know, when I retighten it, you know, kind of bites into its corresponding line there. So how the idea here, how this is going to work, and by the way, this is the Fancee Feest simmer ring. You know, I could just, that still fits over there. So when I store this in my larger pot, all of it still works fine. So out in the field, what I would do is just, you know, give a soaking to the primer line. I'm calling a primer line. It'll be just fiberglass wicking. And just for demonstration, I'm just going to put I guess a half an ounce into this. Give it a minute or so for the carbon felt that's between the stove top and the reservoir. Well, which is actually a cat food can. So we'll give that a second or so. So again, out in the field, what I'm going to be lighting is not the pot. So normally, you know, any other time of the year, I just use a ferro rod and spark up the pool and let the wicking inside there catch up, and that'll actually run it. But in the field, it's the only thing I got to do is light the outside there, and if it's done right, what will happen is that warmth from that primer will heat up the alcohol that's inside there, and that'll catch, and in turn the main burner will catch as well. A little windy. I don't have my windscreen up, but alright, so it's still the primer work pumping. Maybe I should have given it a couple another minute or so for the car. There it goes. Yep. Alright, that's all stove at this point. So that's just a quick video. Thanks for watching.